Hello, this is Joe Yuhan here with part 2 on our hip utilization series, this time talking about the efficient hip-centric strategy. So in part 1 we talked about the inefficient strategies, and those are these horizontal oriented strategies that are either using hip flexion, which is our shufflers, or hip extension, or leg extension I should say, which are our pushers, who push using too much of the quad or the calf. And again, the idea for an efficient strategy is we want both a long stride, a fast, high cadence stride, and a landing that goes underneath our body. And that's where the hip-centric strategy comes in. The hip-centric strategy is inherently a vertical strategy. And as counterintuitive as that may seem, right? Like we see running as this like, oh, we have to like go forward. We have to push way back and reach forward to propel, but that's really not the case. And the reason is the way to get the most force production is a vertical strategy. And a vertical strategy is two things. It is an upward hip flexion and then a downward hip extension. And the vertical strategy is successful because it creates a lot of force driving up using our strong hip flexors and core, and then a powerful pushing down using the glutes. The vertical strategy produces that force. The forward inclination through our hip hinge creates the force vector that then goes behind us, and most importantly then, we get a landing that's underneath our body. And because we can do that quickly, we can also produce a quick cadence. That really satisfies all three of the needs. High force to create the stride length, a high cadence by quickly getting that leg up and down, and then an efficient landing where we're not wasting any of that energy braking and absorbing that energy into our leg. So again, what that looks like is a much more vertical hip-centric stride. So if shuffling looks like this, and pushing looks like this, watch what my feet do. You can kind of see that in these horizontal strategies, my feet don't really leave the ground. But in a hip-centric strategy, you're gonna see that foot come higher off the ground, but then quickly back down to the ground. So the hip-centric strategy looks like this. The best runners in the world use this strategy to not only run fast, but with high endurance and with minimal wasted energy. So again, the hip-centric strategy, vertical strategy, up, down. It is a quick strategy, being able to get a high cadence. And as you can see, you can get a efficient landing underneath the body with little wasted energy. So as counterintuitive or sometimes unnatural as it seems, to focus on driving up and then quickly getting that foot to the ground is the key for ideal force production, quick cadence, and that efficient landing. And what people tend to miss is one or both of those things. They're either not lifting high enough or quick enough, or they're not getting the foot quickly down to the ground. So to practice those things, think about a vertical strategy, up and down, and quickness. Quickness to the up, quickness getting that foot back down to the ground.